And the Executive Director of Human Rights Watch on President Duterte's drug war. Here's Eliza Manglikmot from Washington, D.C.
United Nations Human Rights Chief Zeid Ra'ad Al Hussein said U.S. President Donald Trump must convey to Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte the deep sense of alarm about the apparent neglect of duty to prosecute human rights violations. Duterte is accused by international human rights groups of supporting a campaign of extrajudicial killings of drug suspects in the Philippines.
In terms of the invitation to the White House, my hope is that the President of the United States will convey this deep sense of alarm about the apparent shirking of the obligations under law to subject any alleged violator of the law to the normal process that should be undertaken. So we will wait to see what comes out of that meeting. But I hope the message will be very clear and firm on this. Ambassador Nikki Haley has said that she'll make human rights a priority, so one hopes the messages will be very clear and undiluted from the President of the United States to the President of the Philippines.
Meanwhile, White House spokesman Sean Spicer on Monday defended Trump's decision to invite Duterte to Washington, saying his cooperation was needed to counter North Korea.
Well, I think it is an opportunity for us to work with countries in that region that can help play a role in diplomatically and economically isolating North Korea. And frankly, the national interests of the United States, the safety of our people and the safety of people in the region are the #1 priorities of the President. I mean, the President gets fully briefed on the leaders that he's speaking to, obviously, but the #1 concern of this President is to make sure that we do everything we can to protect our people and specifically to economically and diplomatically isolate North Korea. And I think when you look at what he is doing in terms of building that coalition of countries in that region to do it, I think this is hopefully going to have, well, he knows, I mean, I'm not going to tell you every single thing that's in his brief, but he's well aware of when he speaks with a leader, he gets briefed on a lot about what they're doing, what they've done.
Trump issued the invitation on Saturday night in what the White House said was a very friendly phone conversation with Duterte. Since he came to power last year, Duterte has made some verbal attacks against Washington. Reporting from Washington, D.C., I am Eliza Gonzalez Manglikmot, always one with 25. Back to you, Alma.
Thank you, Eliza. Well, let me just sort of segue from there. What was the reason behind the commissioner's statement about hoping that President Trump should convey, quote-unquote, a deep sense of alarm with regards to neglect of duty when it comes to prosecuting human rights violation?
Yes, Alma, Commissioner Zeid Ra'ad Al Hussein said there is a law that subjects any alleged violator of the law to the normal process and that this should be undertaken. He also said he awaits the outcome of that meeting and hopes that the message will be very clear and firm.
And the White House justified U.S. President Trump's invitation to President Duterte, right?
Yes, a White House spokesman Sean Spicer said this is an opportunity for the United States to work with countries in that region, including the Philippines, that can help play a role in diplomatically and economically isolating North Korea. Reports say, however, that President Duterte was non-committal, saying he is tied up.
Well, he's a very busy man, Eliza.
I would assume he is.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alma.
Eliza Manglikmot reporting from Washington, D.C.